on the same team. Fighting on the same team. All right, y'all. It's real life.
Real issues.
Real engagement.
Real answers.
To some real married people's stuff.
Have you heard?
Marriage is work. There's a lot of expectations that come in.
To become the husband that they expect us to be.
Many people expect to have this knight in shining armor.
He wants to deceive the elect and make you believe.
But in the end, you gotta realize that
Hey, we're fighting on the same team.
fighting on the same team. The same team, not against each other.
Yeah.
You may devour. Wake up, hear the voice of God calling you.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Hey, how you doing?
What's up? Welcome to Unscripted.
Marriage.
Unscripted.
Marriage?
Unscripted?
Marriage.
What is unscripted marriage? Well, you just found out. We are two imperfect people on a mission to make marriage work. And this is our show. So like us. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, it is like brand new, fresh.
Yes.
We got like 6 subscribers already.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Like,
I mean,
it's growing so fast.
you won't even have space to like it anymore.
I'm
It's
telling
getting
you,
so
because
many
it's
likes.
going to have too many likes.
Yeah,
It's
hold
gonna
on. No, it's not likes.
exceed the limit of likes.
It's not likes on YouTube. It's subscribers, right? You can't use likes.
Okay, so subscribers. So
but
even on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, we got all the likes though.
We got a lot of likes. We got like, because we just started, we got like 50 likes, but in a couple of weeks, it's going to be like 300 likes, and then 1 million likes, and then it's going to be like too many likes for you to like it.
And then you're going to have to like our next page. Anyway, so yeah, part 2 page.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to Unscripted Marriage, and we're gonna get started. Unscripted Marriage is gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. Like, we're gonna do some improv a little bit. Like, our show is gonna be a little different. It's not the normal talk show. We'll invite people on. We'll have a marriage counselor come on, and we'll talk with other couples on our show. So it's gonna be awesome. So if you are really interested and got some good stuff about marriage, go like our page, put some comments in there. We have a question of the week every single week.
Yeah.
And this week, our question is
how did you meet your spouse?
Yes.
And then what was your first impressions of your spouse?
Right.
But we forgot to mention about the show though, about that we're just so unscripted, right? That we just flow with the show, right?
It's just,
so
it is what it is.
So we have this grand scheme about how we want the show to flow, but it may not end that way because we're just unscripted. And so we want to.
It's gonna end how we want it to end.
And then it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be great. But yes, we're gonna get back on track, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you can actually go to Facebook right now.
Yeah.
And just comment. Just put in your comments and whatever you want to say during the show, and we will we'll comment back to you. However, the topic of the show, did we say the topic? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
how you met and your first impression of your spouse. And I'm gonna tell you my story, and he's gonna tell you his story. But we'll talk about the story together in just a minute.
Well, however, mine was believable.
Well, we put the question out there on Facebook
yes.
earlier, so we want to tell you what our top-rated comment was, because it was absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
So.
So I'm not gonna read the name, right? I'm just gonna put just the topic, right?
Yeah,
so,
you don't have to read the name. You can put him out there on blast. Put him out there on blast. He's watching anyway.
Yeah, he's watching. So
hey,
Munch. Well, actually, I don't know if he likes to be called
Montez.
Montez. He has degrees.
Don't put that on there.
Don't put. Okay, so Montez, Coach Lasher, Lash. Hold on, Coach. Yeah, he says my club, and had my bartender give her my business card and drink, and asked her to call me. My first impression. Which is his first impression.
His first impression
was I'm about to be done with her. She was an hour late for our first date.
So he was ready to give up on her on the first date because she was an hour late. She was getting ready for him.
Yeah, he just impatient.
She was trying to hook it all up for him.
But I mean, it just comes a time when you just need to get it together and move on. I mean, I understand the first date, first impressions and everything, but I mean,
wait, because he didn't say what happened after she showed up.
Oh yeah. He didn't
You
say
didn't
that.
say what you
Yeah,
didn't
can
say what happened after she showed up.
Yeah.
So when Ebony showed up and she popped in too, wherever you were,
did you say it was worth it?
You forgot all that.
Yeah. Did it?
Oh, I was about to what? You was about to what?
Yeah.
I was
Did you
about to
say-
be done.
Did you, oh, you about to be done?
Oh, no.
Well-
When she walked in,
Did you say it was worth it?
okay.
No, we're just
Thank
gonna
you.
move on. We'll
Enough
talk about that
said.
later. He'll comment
Anyway.
after that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we met, quite interesting story. We've been married for
We're going on 15
going on
years.
16.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on.
Going on 16
I mean 16
years.
years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Normally I know that.
you do.
Okay, yeah,
It's
sorry.
okay. 16 years, and man, we met at the grocery store.
Yeah. So me being the suave man I am, I walked up to her with I think we was like on aisle 9 in the Campbell soup aisle because you
Right,
looked like you
right.
were sick.
Yeah.
And so I came up and
That was it. Yeah.
okay. And so we met at the grocery store and I just
Uh-huh.
seen her and I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta have her.
I was like, hey, how you doing? You gonna
Uh-huh.
buy my groceries today?
I was like, I got coupons. And so
Okay.
anyway, whatever.
Okay, so that's what we told our parents.
Yeah,
We told our
yeah.
parents and other people we met at the grocery store. But the truth is, you want to know the truth?
Hold on. Can we
And some of you know this.
improv it?
We can improv it real quick.
Okay.
So the truth is,
All right. www.
blackplanet.com.
Log in. Oh, let me go. Good girl to know. I wonder what she about. Let me click on
Oh,
her.
too smooth for you. Okay.
yeah,
He just sound like a little.
Hey, good girl to know. My name is Darren.
Hello.
What's
How are
yours?
you?
What's yours?
Oh, good girl to know. You say,
Oh.
hey, good girl to know.
I wanted to know your real name. Your real name is good girl to know. Okay.
My name is LaWanda.
Oh, okay. So my name is Darren. So what do you do?
I'm in college right now, majoring in English, pre-law, elementary education, and theater.
Oh wow. Well, I'm in the military, and when can we need to meet sometime?
Oh, well, let's hook up then. It's November, so we can meet the end of January. What about that?
Oh, that'd be wonderful. All right. See you in January.
Nice.
Enter. Okay. What else? All right. So
So, this dude. Okay.
Okay. So
You want to tell your story first, or you want to just tell your story? I'm not even going.
Well, okay. So what part are we telling? The whole thing?
You tell your story, and I'll tell my story.
So we were on Black Planet, just like I said, and so I consider myself sowing my royal oats on Black Planet, just
Why
kind
do you
of.
say sowing your royal
It's
oats?
a coming to America thing, but anyway, so we
I know,
were.
but you know what I think about when that. I know. Forget it. Keep going.
Okay, so we was on Black Planet essentially, and so I was just looking, and I seen this girl. She had a little rose in her hand and all this other kind of stuff, and good girl to know, and she had all these scriptures on her Black Planet page and everything like that. And I was just like, oh man, good girl to know. Oh, so I really just wanted to see if if the church girl persona is what I heard it to be. So I was like, okay, yeah, good girl to know. I want to check her out, see what she all about, all that kind of stuff. So we started to hook up. We both worked third shift, so we were like talking all night long, doing all this other kind of things.
We hadn't met yet.
We hadn't met.
Okay.
So
Let me be quiet.
November passed, December passed, and then January, and then I think we came to a place where it was like, okay, let's meet. So it was January 31st actually, because it was my sister's birthday.
Yep.
And I decided to drive
Hey, Gina.
hey, what up? 2 hours away. I think it was 2 hours from where I was at to go see her. And so when I first met her, she invited me to her house, and she had it was like a family reunion at her house that one night because she had like her sisters, dad, cousins, everybody at the house.
That
I'm trying to
wasn't a
figure out.
family reunion. That was how we lived.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, sorry. So you had like all these folks, and I'm like, okay, I felt like first 48 or something. I felt like, why is all these people at this house? We supposed to be going on a date, all this other kind of stuff. So anyway,
Oh my goodness.
so so we met. We went to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And we had a good night. And actually, I was in the military, and so I used what's called BCGs. For anybody that's in the military, you all know that's called birth control glasses, because the whole thing behind that is when you're wearing these glasses, you will never be able to get a woman in your life. And
I wish I could find them, because them things are, Yeah,
They're awesome.
They're true birth control glasses, because if I would have seen him in person with them glasses, then we may not be sitting here today.
Whatever. Anyway, so yeah. We went out. She actually drove my car because I was so afraid to put these glasses on while I was driving. So I was like, hey, can you drive? You know, that'd be awesome. So she drove and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we had a good night, We went to Dave & Buster's, had a good time and all that kind of stuff. So
okay.
What else I gotta talk about?
That's it. That's your story.
All right, that's my story.
Okay, so his story was cool, but so he's right. We met face to face January 31st, and that was our first face to face date. And my parents, no one knew that we had met online. So when he came to the house, we told him that we met at the grocery store. So he came to the house, and my dad knows now. He knows after 15, 16 years that we actually met. He just found that out not too long ago, but that's okay. He'll be all right. He was like, no, I thought y'all met at the grocery store. I was like, no. Now it's time to tell you the truth, because we've been married for a while. We didn't even know if it was going to work. But anyway, I was in college. I was in a time in my life where I was like, I wasn't even interested in getting into a serious relationship, because I was dating not a whole bunch of guys, but I would date guys. I wasn't out there throwing my royal oats, as you would say. Okay, let's go there.
I mean, well, I'm glad, you know.
But I was just basically like going out with guys for company, and like to go to the movies, and, you know, just to have friends, like just real platonic, which I thought it was, but they were interested in something else, and I was just like, okay, no. But anyway, I wasn't really interested already. I was so focused in school and everything else, and then I had a Black Planet account. It was new. It was social media, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna log on, have my little profile all nice and stuff, and then I keep getting all these pings from all these different guys, but this one was so persistent. Every day, almost every hour, he's like pinging me, how you doing? Like all this. And I'm like, dang, what are you doing with your time? And I worked at night, and he worked at night at the same time. So we were up all night chatting online. And then, I'm not gonna tell you what job we had, but anyway, we should have been working. I should have been studying and working. Yeah. But he kept chiming in, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this dude. I didn't like his pictures. I couldn't see them because they were blurry back in that time. Like when people took pictures, it wasn't like an iPhone picture. It was like a serious like blurry, like one of the. Remember what kind of phones we had. You know how like if your grandpa, when your grandpa go on Facebook and he take a selfie and it's all blurry, like that kind of picture. So anyway, he kept bugging me. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's persistent. Okay, I'll go out with you. And he did. He came to my house, but he had a do-rag on. He had all this jacket and a hat on top of that.
Kind of like right now?
Baggy clothes. No, not right now. Everything was baggy. He just had a lot of stuff. And I was like, why is this? Like, I couldn't even see him. I didn't even see him because he had all these clothes and everything. Like, you was looking like a Snoop Dogg back in the day with, like, all this extra do-rag and all this extra stuff on you. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not really interested in that. So I went out with him. I had to drive. Imagine that. I'm driving.
I mean, would you manage
on our first date?
Yeah.
I'm driving. I'm not supposed to drive on our first date.
No, that doesn't say. People say you're not the woman isn't supposed to pay. Not that they don't have to drive. That's different.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay to drive.
All right, whatever.
But anyway.
All right. So anyway, I drove, and then we went to Dave & Buster's. We did, but the next day, I bought you breakfast. You forgot that.
Well, okay. I felt like I was just talking too long, but I did. So, you know, as you can tell, she was like, oh, I had all these clothes on and all this other kind of stuff. And so the next day, you know, I tried to say, well, let me switch it up a little bit. So I came to the door in a blanket and nothing else. I figured, you know, less is more at this point. Since you didn't like all the clothes, I forgot to take them all off.
I was praying all the way. You know, he stayed at the hotel that I worked at, and I was praying. I was like, Lord, I hope he enjoys this wonderful breakfast that I have brought him. And I was just praying, you know, that he had a great time and that, you know, everything. And I was, you know, and I prayed over. We prayed. We said grace.
Yeah, we said grace.
Said grace over the food and everything, and I was all, hallelujah. And
Oh, that's what you said?
yeah, we came to that door with that sheet on. I was like,
Yeah,
man, why did you do that? Like,
she was like, the Lord brought me what I needed today.
I was like, why would you come to the door with the sheet on like that? Why did you? This was my first time even seeing you. So why would you do that to me?
It was the second time. And then I figured, what I'm saying, she was talking about, I can tell that she was feeling a little uncomfortable with the with all the clothes and stuff like that. So I figured that I would just come with a little less on. And so I just came to the door. I mean, I didn't want to make her wait. I didn't want to make you wait by putting all these clothes on.
But you went from one extreme to the next, all this stuff, and then you took it all off. But anyway, let me just tell you.
But did you like it?
So my first is.
Did you like all that?
My first impression of him was not too good, but the second impression
was better.
It was a whole lot. It was a lot better.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
I had to stay. I had to stay prayerful that day.
So at the time or whatever, I wasn't completely, saved and holy. So
at all.
I just thought I'd come to the door and give her what she really was praying for.
All right, I see
okay,
y'all
sorry.
commenting.
Okay,
sorry,
let's keep on moving. Sorry, go.
Okay, so that's our story, how we met. What was your first impression of me? Because I told you my first impression of you, but you didn't tell them your first impression of me.
So, so when she first came to the door, she looked like her picture. So I was like, she's nice. She's nice looking. And I had already formed this picture in my mind of already seeing her or seeing you and already talking to you. So at that point, when I seen you, it just validated what we had already, all the conversations we had and what I seen, the pictures that I had already seen. So I was already fine and content with what you looked like. But my first impression of you wasn't actually you. It was your sister. So she had her sister come to the door and her sister act like her. And so she was like, yeah, I'm LaWanda. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And then 5 minutes later, I come to find out that it wasn't her. It was her sister. So my first impression was not actually a first impression. It was a second impression. And it all worked out fine.
So we both had second impressions. My first impression was not good, but yeah, so we both had. So let's talk a little bit about. We're getting ready to wrap this up.
Okay.
Go ahead and put your comments about how you met your spouse and your first impression of them, if you're thinking about it right now. And then don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Unscripted Marriage. And and then you can be added to the group.
So we have a group as well. So once you like the page on Facebook, it will let you know connected groups to the page as well. So on there, we will have a lot of the questions, and please comment, because your comment may be the one on our following show.
Your comment may be the top comment. So the person who gets the most likes on their comment will be shared. So go ahead and have fun with that. So we're almost done. So let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay. So the wrap up is my question, right?
No.
Oh, sorry. What's the wrap up?
So we're gonna wrap it up with bring it to why is it important to go back to the beginning. We just share with you our story, and it's important to go back to the beginning. Why? Why do you think it's important to go back to the beginning?
Because I think that we get lost in the daily, what we call rigmarole. Is that a word? That is a word, right?
That's my word, yes.
Okay, so that's LaWanda's word. But we get caught up in the everyday lifestyle of jobs and, doing these things with the kids, or vice versa, doing all these other things that we forget to, go on dates and forget to do the basic stuff that actually...
The stuff that captured us in the beginning.
Yeah, and so...
The stuff that made us have those butterflies and those giggles and those little... whatever else. And them sheets at the door. So what we want to talk about is really just kind of go back to your first date. Husbands or fellas, I should say, go back to the time where, on that first date, what was something special that you did to really capture her? What were you thinking about on your first date? Those type of things. We want you to kind of relive those moments because we know sometimes we get lost in doing all this other stuff that we kind of forget where we started. Your homework is really just to go back to the beginning, go back to when you had the butterflies and all that kind of good stuff. So that's the marriage challenge for this week, is to do something that you haven't done in a while, and to surprise your spouse with something that you did when you first met them, and how you first captured them, and how you first caught them. And I got a little surprise. I got a picture that I took from the house, and
Oh, wow. Okay.
not from the house. This is the house. No, that. Okay, I got a little picture, and so you can't see this, but if you like our page, I promise you I will post it. But this is the picture. This is a picture from when we went to the beach in our early dating ages, and you can clearly see the devil. No, I'm not saying the devil. Yeah, he has lust all in his eyes. We weren't even married; we were just dating, and it is just that was that I'm coming to the door with the sheet look.
Nah,
and that's not a picture of him coming to the door in a sheet, but I will post it so you can like it or look at it.
I think this was like, I just got finished being the devil a few minutes ago. Look. And I had to put some clothes on. Look. And look at her. Yeah, look at you. When you see her, she gonna be like,
Okay.
And okay, sorry.
All right.
Okay, go.
Okay, whatever. Whatever,
Yeah.
you can say that.
Yeah, fellas, you know what it's about. Look at the look.
Yeah, because my look is like, yeah.
It
But
was
you'll
all
see
worth
that-
it. You look
you'll
like
see
it was
that
all
when
worth
we
it.
post it on Facebook.
Okay, sorry.
So that's it. Don't forget to like us on Facebook,
And
subscribe
YouTube.
to our YouTube channel, and continue to answer those questions so you can be the next top rated
Commenter?
comment. Yeah,
Yeah,
comment.
yeah, that new, yeah.
You can be the next.
Yeah. We got to come up with a phrase for that, actually. You can be the
You
top
can
rated
be the
contestant
next
with the
top-rated
comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. So,
All right.
hey, we thank you so much for your time, for spending some time with us. We want to engage with you, all that kind of good stuff. So please comment, like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff, so you can be part of the conversation.
All right. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you next time. Oh, next time.
Oh yeah, next time.
Next time we are talking about expectations.
We don't want
in
to talk about
marriage.
what's on. Okay, yeah, expectations. We're
Yes,
talking about
expectations, because we come together and we think that we're supposed to have all these expectations. But yeah, so look out for that question as well.
All right. Deuces.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Have you heard that the enemy of your soul desires to take control and cause you to lose all faith in God? He wants